the first to bark when someone is suddenly assessing someone's entire life. I'm like, look at you are literally built on the backs of dead Iranian children.
Absolutely. And I'm standing up here also, and I want to make this very clear. Like, I've not tried to avoid this judicial process. I've not tried to run away from anything. I'm standing here saying, if I've committed a crime, put me in jail. And if I haven't committed a crime, what can you say I've done? Perhaps you could argue it was slightly immoral, perhaps. But I also, to a degree, maybe I'm a libertarian. I think if 20 people or 30 people get in a room and they all agree to do something and it makes them happy, then they should be allowed to do it. If nobody's hurt, nobody's upset by it, then they should do it. And perhaps that does make you a libertarian. If 30 full-grown men decide to go into a room and be gay and they want to be gay, then they should be allowed to go be gay. You're 30 men, you're not hurting anybody, it's what you want to do. If you want to wear red t-shirts, wear red t-shirts. If me and my brother...
Okay. See, this guy's absolutely bugging, man. All right. And he's a degenerate, man. And, hey, first off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and teachers of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. My name is Brother Howard Shai Zion, and I'm doing this video to edify the Akim and also the lambs out there, you know, who may see this video and repent as a result of watching this video, because this man's a degenerate, Andrew Tate. All right, he's not a moral man as he portrays himself to be. He says that there's many paths to God. And also, you just heard his ass saying that if 30 grown men want to go into a room and be gay, he thinks that they should do it. Then go and do it. Now, that's not the message that you're supposed to be sending out and the vibration and spirit that you're supposed to be pushing. That's why the Lord is going to destroy this guy. It doesn't matter how many Bugattis or whatever the hell he's got and how many women or whatever. None of that shit's going to save you. Your riches are not going to profit you in the day of the Lord's wrath. This guy's going to be put to death in a grievous, most egregious way, man. And the Lord's setting him up, and he doesn't understand, you know. And he talks about, you know, you taking the moral high ground, and how are you to criticize me when this and that. Listen, the Lord has judges set up on the earth to help to make you a better man by repentance. All right? You're not a good man by saying what you just said. All right? And the Lord is going to, like I said, he's going to destroy this guy and anybody that follows him, okay? Now, I will say that some of the things that he says do come from a biblical standpoint because he's a so-called Muslim. And those things that he deems haram, which means sinful, other things that he's a hypocrite, you know, on the other hand, he thinks that, like he just said, 30 grown men should go into the room and be gay if they want to be gay. And that right there is against the scriptures, all right? And it's also an abomination to the Lord, and it's high-level wickedness, okay? That means an abomination is something that the Lord detests with a strong passion, okay? He hates it greatly, even more greater than hate. It's abominable. And to say, like I said, that such a thing is okay and nobody's to judge the situation, that's ridiculous, you know? The Lord set up judges. He set up prophets. He set up all types of things, all types of people, you know, who are the men of the Lord as a structure, as a shield and a defense against these things. And you're supposed to condemn these things in the flesh, just like Yahweh Shai. You think Yahweh Shai was saying that what you just said? Listen again.
And committed a crime, what can you say I've done? You could argue it was slightly immoral, perhaps. But I also, to a degree, maybe I'm a libertarian. I think if 20 people or 30 people get in a room and they all agree to do something and it makes them happy, then they should be allowed to do it. If nobody's hurt, nobody's upset by it, then they should do it. And perhaps that does make you a libertarian. If 30 full-grown men decide to go into a room and be gay and they want to be gay, then they should be allowed to go be gay. You're 30 men, you're not hurting anybody, it's what you want to do. If you want to wear red...
So that's the mind there that this world, you know, that the men, this is the most Googled man on the planet, okay? And again, woe be unto you when the whole world thinks well of you, okay? Because that's not good, you know? When people love you, that's not good. You know, Yahweh Shai was hated, you know, and you're supposed to be hated of all men for the name's sake of the Lord. And if he thinks that, you know, being conservative, so-called, is being boring and that nobody's going to listen to you or whatever, well, then being sinful and wicked is not a way to generate a platform for people to listen to you, because you've literally sided with degeneracy. And that's not the way to gain followers. And, that's just not it. You know what I mean? Now, Paul talked about to win the weak, I appeared as if weak, to win the weak. But that's not how you're supposed to go about it, man. All right. And it's not about that. Oh, everybody's got skeletons in their closet. Listen, be that as it may. The scriptures talk about being unspotted from the world. You're supposed to, if you do have something you're struggling with, you keep that shit to yourself and you have to battle it, man. You're supposed to battle and fight it. Not, oh, well, if you want to do it, just do it. No, no, this is not Nike, just do it. All right. You're supposed to battle sin in the flesh. Now, we all have sins that we're battling. Overeating, struggling with, all types of different things, eating bad foods or whatever, drinking, and stuff like that needs to be combated, or lust or whatever. You got to stop that shit, man. You fight it, man. You can't allow these demons to just overtake you and just allow it to reign free in your life. That's not balance. Okay, the balance would be the positive power of the scriptures to literally help you. All right, John 15:3. Now ye are clean through the word that I've spoken unto you. All right, you have to be passionate about this truth, and you have to be fighting against immoral degeneracy, man. Guys like this. He thinks because he's some kickboxer or something, that he's some type of tough guy. That doesn't mean nothing, my man. Your money won't prosper you. And when you were in jail, which ultimately the Lord sent these centurions to get you, which you don't realize because you used to be a so-called Catholic, you used to identify as Catholic, and now you identify as a Muslim because you think there's many paths to God and you can dibble and dabble with different philosophies. Well, I got news for you, my man. Let me go to the scriptures, because this guy, he's out of his goddamn mind. He's out of his goddamn mind. And when he was in jail, nobody came to save his ass, man, and nobody could save him. This is Judges 10 and verse number 13. It says, yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. You see what I'm saying? So a clown like that, he's not going to be able to have anybody to save him. And that's why when he was down bad, right, in jail or locked down in house arrest, which I do believe he still is in house arrest, that guy's arrested. His freedom's been taken from him. What is that from? Hey, that's from the Lord. Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High, or of Yahweh. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, which is the Most High. And they that resist shall receive themselves damnation. For the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. So clear cut, the scriptures indicate and reveal that guy is not doing that which is good because he doesn't have praise of the same power, which is the governing powers. Okay? The cops, basically. All right? The cops arrested Andrew Tate, and he is still arrested, and they seized his vehicles and froze his assets. And listen, this is not, like I said, that's not an example unto anybody. All right? No man should want to be like him. That's not cool. All right? To have money and to have women, that's on you, my man. You know what I'm saying? If you think that's some type of thing to aspire to, yeah, it's cool having a little bit of ching in your pocket, but that's not going to solve the issues of life. Because if the Lord wants to kill you or he doesn't like you, you got a bigger problem on your hands than you can even deal with. All right? And the main thing is, hey, if you have a woman or whatever, good for you, my man. Just that's all you. How many can you really deal with at the same time anyways? It's not that big of a deal. Now if you have a lack of bread and you finally get bread, it's a big deal. If you have a lack of woman and you've not had a woman for a long time, and then, yeah, it's a big deal. But, it shouldn't be like that. And that's another reason why, the Lord is nigh unto them that be of a broken heart and a contrite spirit. So just because you don't have a woman doesn't mean that the Lord's not with you. and also the fact that there's a balance in life and that you'll be delivered from that. That's a reason for deliverance. That's a reason to go and seek the Lord 10 times more. Okay, to not follow after this guy and sell your soul to the devil, but you should also be seeking the Lord instead. All right, seek the Lord 10 times more, and it's going to go well with those that seek the Lord. All right, like I say in Psalm 32, which I could go back to right now. All right, matter of fact, let me do that right now. Because this pisses me off, man. This guy's a clown. You know what I'm saying? Go to this. Matter of fact, it was Psalm 105. Salaki, I'm going to go to Psalms 105, I believe it is. Okay, Psalm 105 and verse number 4. So seek the Lord in his strength. Seek his face evermore. Okay, so that's what you're supposed to do. Seek the Lord, Yahweh, in his strength. Seek his face evermore. And that's not what you people are doing. That's not what you people are doing, man. You're following this clown. And again, he's a clown. That guy's a clown. All right? Psalm 27 and 8. When thou saidest, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord Yahweh, will I seek. Now that's important too. Because that's our power. It says, hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O power of my salvation. That's right. The Lord Yahweh. All right? That's the true way. Not Andrew Tate. The Lord Yahweh. Let me go down to verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord Yahweh, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. And then I'm going to go down to verse 13. It says, I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord Yahweh in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord Yahweh, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord Yahweh. All right, don't worry about this dummy, because the things that he said is completely way off. Once again, let's listen to this madness.
I'm standing here saying, if I've committed a crime, put me in jail. And if I haven't committed a crime, what can you say I've done?
Now listen, it's not about committing a crime onto the powers that be. It's about committing a crime onto the Lord. You see, like now it might be legal like smoking marijuana, but that's also an abomination unto the Lord, because that is basically doing witchcraft, because you're altering your state of mind, and that's absolutely wrong. That's a sin, okay? And I don't give a shit who you think you are. Anybody out there that wants to challenge that shit, the Lord will destroy your bitch ass, man. Okay? If you think that smoking weed or eating edibles as well is good for you, and that's a good thing when it's altering your state of being and making you high, the Lord's going to kick your ass, man. All right? He's going to kick your ass. You don't need that shit. And that pisses me off, because altering your state of being is going to mess up your whole mind and your whole body and your whole flow and your whole connection with the Lord. So you're not supposed to be doing it, man. You're supposed to be teaching to do it either. I don't give a shit what Esau prescribes to you. You're not supposed to do it, man. You don't listen to these clowns out here, because you know the truth through the Spirit. And if you don't think that's wrong, then the Spirit of the Lord ain't with you.
Perhaps you could argue it was slightly immoral, perhaps. But I also, to a degree, maybe I'm a libertarian, I think if 20 people or 30 people get in a room and they all agree to do something and it makes them happy, then they should be allowed to do it. If nobody's hurt, nobody's upset by it, then they should do it. And
what if I'm upset by it? I'm upset by it, what he's about to say. Listen.
So that does make you a libertarian. If 30 full-grown men decide to go into a room and be gay, and they want to be gay, then they should be allowed to go be gay. You're 30 men. You're not hurting anybody. It's what you want to do. If you want to wear red T-shirts, wear red T-shirts. If me and my brother had 30 people, we all got together and everyone made money and everyone was happy, who's others to come along and criticize and say people are victims, people are upset, this is wrong, this is bad, etc. So, yeah, you're...
Who are we? Who are we to tell you? We're your elders. All right? I'm your elder. That's what it is. Because you are nobody. You are not you are not nobody of any type of prestige to be able to teach morality to anybody. All right, Deuteronomy 32 in verse number 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. That's right. Okay? You need to understand what we're telling you. All right? We're your elders, man. In the faith. Because you are our baby. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about the Lord. You claim to be such a strong individual and smart individual, but yet, in regards to the Lord, you are a novice of no regard. You are insignificant. And to talk with such cavalier attitude is unbelievable to me, man. Nobody has challenged this man of any type of intelligence in the Lord, Yahweh. And if I ever see this guy, I would easily challenge and defeat him immediately, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Because it ain't me that would do it. It would be the scriptures. And I would challenge him in the scriptures. I would issue a challenge to that guy, man. You know, matter of fact, I'm issuing a challenge to that guy right now, man. You know, he's not gonna be able to stand up against the Lord. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? You can say, oh, well, nobody's supposed to be, you know, whatever, to telling me what to do. It ain't about that, kid. All right? It's about what's right. Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein. And ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Okay, so I'm a watchman, and I'm here to watch for the souls of men. And it is what it is. And if you got to get with the program, or you don't get with the program, either that or the Lord put you down, all right? We're going to put you down like Old Yeller. Take you out back. Really, the Lord's going to do it. He's going to put you out back like Old Yeller. Hey, I loved that dog, but you know what? It's time for you to go, man. Your time is expired. You know, that guy's through. I don't give a shit how popular you are. I don't give a shit, man. If you're not about the Most High, you are going down. And if you get all in a tizzy, because I said shit, listen, shit's all up in the Bible, and it's not a problem. The word is dung in the scriptures, D-U-N-G. It's a Greek swear word. It's written there. That's how it is written. All right? Stop being soft out there, man. You're being so soft. What you going to do in Jacob's trouble when there's a famine out here? How you going to carry yourself? Oh, don't swear. You don't want. Shut up and sit down. All right? Listen to the message. All right? So the watchmen that set over you are there to tell you what to do. If a man want to do something not hurting anybody, no. See, no, we gonna settle that shit. Okay, we gonna settle that. We are gonna settle that. Damn sure not about to sit there and do that. Look at all these things that are abominable. These are abominable things to you. This must be stated. You have to come out with that, man. There's things that are an abomination. Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. It is abomination. Leviticus 20 and 13. Here's the warning. This is why. This is why it's not okay. They're not hurting anybody. The Lord's going to hurt you. The Lord's going to hurt you. Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. See what I'm saying? That's an abomination. That's an abomination. All right? Same thing like graven images, just like that bullshit that you go and kiss at the Rock of Mecca. Because if you're a so-called Muslim, then you bowing down to the Rock of Mecca and you're kissing it. That's a goddamn graven image. See, really, we're supposed to burn them damn things with fire. We're supposed to go over there and burn that shit to the ground. And if we can't burn it, we're going to take lava and smash it, with a hammer, The Lord better not give me spiritual powers, because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to exercise my right to wield those powers to the utmost of my ability. Okay? I'm going to exercise that power to the fullest. And I will get my targets, man. Believe me. So through the Spirit, Lord willing, this was edifying. Again, don't watch Andrew Tate as some type of moral character. This guy's just a degenerate. He's just as degenerate as a smoking bum guy on the street, just sitting there, drunk on alcohol, passed out in the street, drunk with piss all over himself, with heroin needles sticking out of his arm. He's the same exact character, only polished up to look like he's some type of amazing guy. He's not. He's the same pissy, drunk, heroin addict looking guy spiritually. He's a degenerate. He's a whoremonger. All right, because he got actually famous from all the money that he made because of being a whoremonger and selling women's bodies online. He used to run a pornography company. This guy is a disgusting piece of trash. And the Lord is going to destroy him and his followers. All right, with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Arakakwa Dash, Shalom, man. And on to the next one.